Welcome back, friends. We've got a unique question and topic for you today, and that is cliques versus friendship within community. And that's a great question for anybody, anywhere, but especially within a Christian community. It's important to continually strive for positive, good, and healthy friendship. So we're going to talk about that today.
Clique go the shiz. So within the life of our community, we are committed, obviously, to doing our best to honor and love each other as brothers and sisters, as individuals, each one created in the image of God. But clearly there's plenty of scope within the communal setting to also form friendships. There are people that we will get along with because of shared interests, or, this person likes to play chess and so does that person, maybe not so much me, or, whatever it is.
Yep.
Those are beautiful expressions of what it means to be brothers and sisters, to be a family. Where do you see the key problem coming in?
Any shared environment, and certainly for any church, can foster relationships that are unhealthy. And the things to watch out for especially are things that I would say to one person that I wouldn't say to another. And ways that I would speak to somebody about somebody else that would be inappropriate or demeaning or not build a relationship of trust. And it's those things that we have to be on the watch for when we're trying to build positive relationships within a church community.
That's massively important, that we don't have relationships where I would say something to you about another person that I wouldn't readily say to them. And that goes right to the core of our commitment to each other. And you can read about this on the Bruderhof website. Matthew 18 is our touchstone for that, where Christ gives us a clear blueprint of how to problem solve within the church. And it all starts with that interpersonal direct address, talking about the things that cause us to stumble about another person, or things that we may have done to another person, resolving those issues one-on-one. So when we have people within the community, or anywhere else for that matter, that we are, that we feel a kinship with because of common interests or whatever it is, that doesn't give us a right to speak about other people differently than we would in front of them.
Exactly, and there has to be an avenue for that direct address to take place in a healthy way that builds relationship, furthers trust, furthers joy, furthers fellowship. And I think it's really important within our church context that when we're building friendships, when we're renewing old kinships, that we are constantly aware of the person who might be on the margin and might not have maybe the familial relationships or the shared interests, whether it's sport or literature or music, but that people are constantly being drawn in, especially those who feel marginalized for whatever reason. We both were raised in households that welcomed everyone, had a permanently open door, which honestly we found sometimes frustrating as young people. But now as we've created our own household, I've seen it so often that one person that walks in the door, or the person who arrives that didn't know that something was happening and join in, we welcome them in. It adds a brand new element that wasn't there before, and it's usually us who need to do the changing and the growing, and having that person there, or that new family group there, is the catalyst for that change.
Yeah, I often think, that if somebody's presence or, the demeanor or whatever is causing a negative reaction in me because of the social setting or whatever, that's more a reflection on me than it is on the person. And absolutely, everybody deserves to have friendships, to have that sense of family. It's not good enough to assume just because we're in a community where there's, in our case, several hundred people, that everyone somehow is, mysteriously, miraculously, through osmosis, going to fit in with every scenario. People need to go out of their way to make people welcome. That's right within the community, then certainly even more so when people come to stay with us, whether for a shorter or longer period, or even just drop in for a few hours, that we're welcoming and warm to each other with genuine interest in each person that we encounter. And many churches will find ways to try to do that, whether it's through, assigning people to be greeters at their church. I think it's on each of us, though.
Yeah.
If we want to be Christ's hands and feet, well, then we should also exude that warmth to others and try to be inclusive. So it's a huge challenge. Obviously, we don't get this right a lot of the time.
No, we're really talking about our own walk with this. It doesn't matter what the venue is. People can feel instantly whether they're welcome or not, and that's up to us to create that sense.
Oscar Wilde tells us that a friend is someone who stabs you in the front. And I like that. Friends are people that hold us to account and help us. And so first and foremost, everybody deserves to have that kind of friends in their life. And then together, we should be the kinds of friends that make other people feel included. That our friendships are not exclusive and that they don't leave other people feeling marginalized. I think as Christians that's massively important, but it goes for anybody. If you want to be a good friend, be someone who is welcoming and encouraging to everybody that you encounter and finds ways to leave everybody feeling richer for having had you as a friend.
Totally, and in the end we're all just walking each other home. We're not doing anything more than that, and we're all equally in need of strong friendships.
So friends, speaking of friends and cliques, if you like this video, click on the like button. Better yet, hit the subscribe one too, and the bell, and then you'll get all our content as we create it. And thank you again for each of you who contributes in the comments. We love hearing from you guys and interacting in that way. Hopefully this has been a little encouragement to you. Maybe some of it's easier said than done, but let's keep at it together, being the best kind of friends to those around us.
We'll talk again soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.